I'm in my 20s, and I still feel behind. I don't really know how to explain that to people, because on paper, it just doesn't make sense. Things are going well, better than I probably deserve. And I'll still have mornings where I'll wake up before my alarm with this weight on me that just says, you're late. You're not moving fast enough. Somebody your age is doing more than you. So if you feel behind, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're not. I've watched a lot of videos about this. They all say the same stuff. You're right on time. Comparison is the thief of joy. It doesn't work. That's probably one of the reasons you clicked this video. So I want to tell you two things instead. The first one is worse than what you think, and the second one is better. The worst one, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away when you hit 10 grand a month. I promise you it doesn't go away when you hit 100. I know people with more money than they'll ever spend who feel exactly the way that you are feeling right now. It's the same weight, it's a nicer house or a nicer car. And that's the part that nobody says out loud because it kills the whole business model of motivational content. And the second thing is that the feeling is actually telling you something important. It's just saying it wrong. It's like a smoke alarm going off because you made toast. Something's happening, but the thing it's screaming about is not the thing that's actually happening. Let me try and explain what I mean. Say it. I feel behind. And now finish it. Behind what? And I'm serious. Try and finish that sentence. I've asked this to guys in a room, face to face, a room of men, most of them older than me, and they open their mouth and nothing comes out. Not because they're dumb, because there's nothing there. There's no schedule. Nobody handed you a piece of paper when you turned 18 that said, first real money by 25, house by 28, figure it out by 30. You picked that up somewhere, probably off of a group chat, off of somebody's story, off of a guy who's the same age as you standing in front of a car that he's leasing. And you've been walking around feeling like a failure against a deadline that nobody set, that nobody's enforcing, and that you can't even name. I'm not saying that to make you feel better. I'm saying it because it's just genuinely not real. You've been fighting a ghost. Second thing, every comparison that you're making, you are going to lose. Not because you're worse, but because of how you're doing the math. You know everything about you. You know the debt, you know the thing that you haven't told anybody, you know the doubt that you had this very morning, and you're putting all of that up against what somebody chose to show you. That's not a fair fight. It was never going to be a fair fight. And the other half of it, you're comparing your month 4 to their year 9. And you're watching somebody in the part of their story where it finally started working, and you're standing in the part of yours where it hasn't yet. And then you're just calling this fight even. I did this to people that were double and triple my age, and I would compare myself to them and think I'm behind because I haven't accomplished those things. Or worse, I would think I should be further ahead for my age because if you did this at 40, I should have accomplished something like that when I was 20 so that I could do that when I was 40. And so you thinkers that can think further ahead, you may feel like you're off track in the story of your life. And I remember when I found that out, and I just sat there because I had spent, I don't even know how long, feeling like trash next to somebody who was drowning. You don't get to see what anybody is paying, but everyone is paying, you just don't get the receipt. Okay, this next one is the one that actually changed how I think, so stay with me. We treat this like a race. Everybody on a track, some people ahead, some people behind. It's not a race. It's compounding. And compounding doesn't care when you started. It cares about two things: what you put in and whether you stopped. That's it. There's no third variable. There's no line in the equation for how old you were. Somebody who starts at 30 and never stops will pass somebody who started at 20 and quit 4 times. Every time. That's not encouragement, that's just math. So, am I behind is a bad question. It has no answer. It's not that it has a sad answer, it has no answer. The real question is, what did you actually put in, and did you stay? And most of us don't want to ask it that way, because I'm behind is a story where something happened to you. I didn't do much and I kept quitting is a story where you did it to yourself. One of those you can sit in forever, and the other one you can actually do something about. I don't want you to get rid of the feeling. You feel behind because you have a standard. There's a version of your life that you can see and you're not in it, and that gap hurts. In fact, that's vision. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people looked up, they did the math, and then they went quiet. They don't feel behind because they stopped looking. They made their peace and it's over. That ache is honestly one of the better things about you. It means that you haven't settled yet. But it's useless on its own. It really is. It'll keep you up. It'll have you researching, planning, watching videos at 1 a.m. This one, probably. Okay, guys, so feeling like you're doing something, and yet you haven't moved. And that's the thing that I want you to catch. The feeling doesn't lift when you understand it. It lifts when you move. I have never once thought my way out of it, not once. It goes quiet when I do something, and it comes back when I stop. And that's the whole pattern. It's embarrassingly simple. So take it and spend it on one thing this week. Not a plan, just one thing. Last thing, and this is the one I really want you to hear, because it's the thing that costs people their 20s and 30s. It's not starting late. I have never met one person whose life got wrecked because they started at 24 instead of 21. That's not the thing. It's the switching. It's you start, you stop, you start something else. You get bored, or it gets hard, or you see somebody winning at a different thing and so you go and do that. And then you restart. And then you feel behind, so you switch again. And 3 years go by and you've got 4.5 finished things and nothing compounded, because every time you switch, the compounding starts over at 0. I tried this for years. In fact, I hired people to do this very thing. I lost team members because of this. I lost money because of this. It hurt. I had people blame me for things not working well because I did this. And the messed up part is that switching feels good. It feels like ambition. It feels like you're the guy who's always on to the next thing. But you're not going anywhere. You're just going in circles really fast. And the people who get where you want to be, most of them aren't smarter than you. I've met them. Some of them are honestly not that impressive. They just pick something and refuse to put it down long after it stopped being exciting. That's it. That's the secret. And I'm sorry it's not better than that. One more thing and I'll let you go. I'm a Christian. I love God. And so I'm going to say this the way that I actually think about it, just to be transparent. There's a line in Ecclesiastes. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Not everything is beautiful. Everything is beautiful in its time, which means there's a version of the thing that you're praying for that would be ugly if you got it right now. This could be money that you couldn't hold on to, a platform that would put you in front of people before you had anything to say, doors that would break you if they opened this year. And I've watched this happen. I've watched people get exactly what they'd been asking God for, and it tore them apart because whoever showed up to receive it wasn't built to carry it. I don't think you're behind. I think you're being built. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear, probably because being built is slow and it hurts. It doesn't look like anything from the outside. But the season that you are trying to skip is not God ignoring you. That's the part where he's making you into someone who can survive the answer. So, stop asking if you're behind. It's not a real question, and it's making you weaker. Ask what you put in. Ask if you stayed. Ask what the one move is this week. And when that thing shows up on your chest at 1 a.m., don't argue with it, and don't obey it. Just spend it. You're not behind. You just haven't done enough yet for it to feel like it. If you're someone who's building, who is trying to discover their why behind what they're building, you want to see authenticity and the real and the raw and the very honest of the building and the collapsing of things, then this is the channel for that. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit subscribe and leave a comment down below with what you're facing.